Sri Satchidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Sai Satcharitra An Insight-Episode-31. My humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our Sadguru Sai. By the divine grace of Sai, an attempt has been made to translate the gist of the divine discourse of Sri Ramanathan brother telecasted in Sai TV. This is purely done to share the glory of Sai and his divine teachings with more insight to the aspirants. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnuhu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Parabrahmam Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In the previous episode, we had the divine darshan of the holy stone padukas of Sai Baba installed in Korhale Mandir. Now, let me share with you some landmarks from Shirdi to Korhale. South of Shirdi is Rehata. North is Neemgon and Rui on the other side. Korhale Mandir is exactly opposite to all these three locations. There is a hospital run by Shirdi Sai Sansthan known as Sainath Dispensary. Across that place is Nandudurg, and the temple situated here is very popular. One had to pass through this temple to reach Korhale Mandir. It is almost 11 kilometers away from Shirdi. There is not much population in this place, hence one must hire a vehicle for transportation. I make an earnest appeal to all the listeners of this episode to enjoy the bliss of Sai's vibrations by having darshan and touching the holy stone padukas of our Sai Maharaj at Radha Krishna Mai Mandir in Korhale. An ardent devotee by name Amir Shakkar resided in this Korhale region, and the miracles experienced by him are recorded in Sri Sai Satcharitra. To recall the original thread, Baba, after accepting alms from those four houses, took turns and curves, walked through another street and reached Tajim Khan Mosque. This route, when connected by dots, gave the shape of Aum symbol. This Tajim Khan Mosque is situated opposite to Mahal Sapati Ji's house. Baba would go into the mosque, offer his prayers and exit from the mosque, then walk through the next street. When we link the path used by Baba to enter, pray and exit the mosque, that again completes the hooks in the shape of Om symbol. Finally, from there, Baba will reach Nandaram Sanklecha's house. Actually, Nandaram Sanklecha's house is situated right in front of Dwarakamai. A placard is placed in front of the house. There are rows of shops in the street. Even Nandaram's house is situated behind a shop. Hence, to indicate the exact location, these words are printed in English on the shop's name board. This is Nandaram Sanklecha's house, the place where Baba stood and accepted alms. This is the fifth blessed house in sequence, and let us now listen to its significance. Nandaram Sanklecha's wife is Radhabai, and Baba would call out at the peak of his voice, "Ho, Bopadi Bai, Roti Love." Baba would call her as Bopadi Bai. Bopadi is a colloquial term in Marathi, and this exposes Baba's intimacy with this family. Nandaram Sanklecha, his mother and wife, or all the three were greatly devoted to Baba. The love they had for Baba was immeasurable. Every year during Diwali festival, they would stitch clothes for Baba and would force him to wear them. Baba, in turn, would spend his money to purchase clothes and bless the family members by providing sari and other garments. This blessed family of Nandaram Sanklecha had a great binding with Baba from many previous births, which is termed as Rinanabandh. Baba, while waiting at the doorsteps of Nandaram Sanklecha, would behave as though he is agitated. Usually, when someone is begging, they would plead and will be ready to accept anything. Whereas Baba would call out thus, Bopadi Bai, Roti Lav. And when Radhabai approaches Baba, then Baba would ask her, Give me Puran Poli. Puran Poli is Baba's favorite, and that can't be prepared instantly. We need to prepare from the previous day, like soaking the dal and so on. Whereas Baba would scream at the top of his voice, Get me Puran Poli. Baba will not even wait for her to provide food to him. Rather, he will quickly walk back to Dwarakamai, pretending as though he was upset with her for taking too long to feed him. Since the family is very fond of Baba, they will instantly prepare whatever food he has asked for and bring it to Dwarakamai. Baba was also certain that he will get whatever he had asked. The bondage between Baba and the family was so unique that Baba would demand the food he wanted from them. The families that fed Baba are greatly blessed. There are various instances to validate that Nandaram's family were completely under the grace of Sainath Maharaj. Let me share one such incident. Once, Nandaram Sanklecha fell ill. It was a peculiar disease and many villagers were seriously ill with it. It was believed that sugar was not to be ingested during the illness. Those who consumed sugar were gravely sick. Their eyes turned red and suffered from high fever, and some lost their lives. Nandaram was also afflicted with the disease. He also had the symptoms of the disease. His eyes turned red, and immediately his mother came running to Baba and beseeched Baba, Baba, please save Nandu. Immediately, Baba asked Nandaram to come to Dwarakamai, and as soon as he arrived, Baba, with his left hand, took out a packet of sugar from his kafni and dropped it in front of Nandaram. Those were the days people were fearing to eat sugar as that would take their life. But Baba told him to eat the sugar. Devotees, can you predict what would have happened? Nanduram had utmost faith in Baba. So, the moment Baba gave him the packet of sugar, he ate it at once. This faith of Nandaram made Baba immensely happy and cured Nandaram's sickness completely. On another occasion, Nandaram suffered from severe cholera, and Baba gave a benediction that I will not let you die till I die. This sanction was in fact a boon to Nandaram, and as per the verdict of Baba, Nandaram Sanklecha was alive until Baba's Mahasamadhi. Such was the blessings bestowed by Sai Baba upon Nandaram. Nandaram had 3 wives, but had no children. Hence, he was very distressed. But Baba's grace bestowed the family with children. Baba gave 3 mangoes to Nandaram Sanklecha and instructed him to give them to his wives. They ate those 3 mangoes and the family was blessed with 3 children. By the immense grace of Baba, Nandaram's family was blessed with descendants. Nandaram's love and devotion towards Baba increased by leaps and bounds, and Baba also reciprocated his love towards their family by showering his grace upon them. We can come across many miracles in Sri Sai Satcharitra that were experienced by Nandu. This is the nickname given by Baba to Nandaram Sanklecha. Nandaram was a money lender by profession. During every visit of Nana Sahib Chandorkar to Shirdi, Nana Sahib would write a chit to Nandaram mentioning the amount of money he needs. Based on the note sent by Nana Sahib, Nandaram would send money to him, and that was used for giving dakshina to Baba, and the remaining amount was used for other expenses. Getting back to the original thread, after accepting food from Nandaram Sanklecha's house, Baba would return to the masjid. Now, whatever food he brought by begging would be kept in the kolamba, that is, the mud pot in the masjid. Baba never had any desire to taste the different kinds of food separately. How can he wish so when his tongue has never known the passion for taste? Baba is content with eating the food which falls in his joli as per the desire of the giver. He is not aware whether it is tasty or tasteless because his tongue does not discriminate as he had acquired control over it. The food that was kept in the kolamba was eaten by the crows and the dogs. He would never drive them away. Those devotees who were blessed to taste this consecrated food expressed that every grain of rice from this kolamba was delicious. Devotees, before explicating more about the food in kolamba, Hemat Panji is narrating how Baba begged his food. Baba carried a joli in one hand. This joli is a rectangular piece of cloth. Before starting his bhiksha rounds, Baba would place a long towel on his shoulder and joined both the ends of this towel by putting a knot. And this gave the shape of a rectangular cloth and became his joli. This was used for keeping the solid food such as bread and rice. Baba also carried a tin pot on the other hand and received semi-liquid food such as soup, vegetables, milk or buttermilk. All these foodstuffs were mixed together and filled in the kolamba. Let's ponder more about the method adopted by Baba in begging his food. Baba's bhiksha is known as Madhukari bhiksha, and we are aware that Baba begged his food only in these 5 blessed houses. But his begging was very irregular. Some days he went even 5 or 6 rounds until noon. So, at what time he begged and the number of rounds he begged his food were not predictable. But Baba, the embodiment of God on this earth, spread out his holy hand and stood as a mendicant to receive alms only at the doorsteps of those 5 blessed houses which was fixed. It's amazing to ponder on the reason for Baba to beg repeatedly on certain days. I just mentioned that all the food collected by alms will be mixed and placed in the mud pot and later distributed to the devotees as consecrated food. The moment Baba makes multiple begging rounds, it gives a hint to the residents of Shirdi that there will be a large turnout of devotees on that day for Baba's darshan. Our omniscient Baba, knowing that there could be many visitors, would trek the streets of Shirdi and beg multiple times in those 5 houses to collect ample food to feed all of them. For instance, if Baba predicts 100 devotees to visit him on a day, then Baba would make many rounds and stand at the doorsteps of these 5 houses as a mendicant until he gets sufficient food for these 100 people. Irrespective of the number of times Baba begged at their doorsteps, these 5 blessed householders kept on providing food to Baba until Baba collected what he desired for. Sai Bandhus, the love and devotion of these 5 householders for Baba is par excellence. Their services to Baba are infinite. All these 5 families are immensely blessed as they fed innumerable devotees of Baba through Baba. As Baba's divine hands touched this food, it became consecrated, tasted like nectar, and was filled with healing powers. When this food was eaten by sick people, they recovered. Such was the supremacy of the begged food when consecrated by Baba. The food thus collected appeased the hunger of many. Hemat Panji has recorded that the women who swept the masjid and the front would take 10 to 12 bakris from the pot every day, and nobody objected to that. The one who would not even dream of contemptuously driving away dogs and cats, would he refuse the poor and the weak? Baba was generous and kind-hearted by nature, never expecting anything in return. He looked fickle and restless from outside, but was firm and steady inside. His ways are inscrutable for our simple minds. Now, Hemat Panji is expounding the dormitory of Trio. Blessed are those saints in whose hearts Vasudev resides permanently, and blessed are those fortunate devotees who enjoyed the bliss in their company. Let's listen about those fortunate souls, Tatya Kote Patil and Mahal Sapati. Tatya was fortunate, and Mahal Sapati had profound religious merit. They equally enjoyed the privilege of Baba's companionship. Hemat Panji has beautifully narrated how the trio slept in the masjid, and Baba's incomparable love was for both equally. Baba, Tatya and Mahal Sapati slept in the masjid with their heads towards the east, west and north, and with their feet touching one another at the center. Stretching their beds, they lay on them, chit-chatting and discoursing on many spiritual subjects till late at midnight. These two are mortals, and Baba is an embodiment of God. How fortunate and blessed are those two to be in this divine company. In this manner, for 14 years, Tatya slept in the masjid near Baba. Oh, how lucky are those days they had passed, memory of which remained evergreen. Leaving parents at home, Tatya slept in the masjid with Baba. How can one measure this love, or how can we evaluate that grace? Later, Tatya Ganpat Kote Patil, father of Tatya Kote Patil, died. Hence, Tatya had to take charge of the household affairs. Subsequently, Baba instructed Tatya to sleep at his own home. Tatya enjoyed the divine company of Baba for these many years, and now he was asked to sleep at home. Though Baba advised him to sleep at his residence, Baba also added a loving note to Tatya. Tatya, guard me, return sometimes at night and inquire after me. Baba also spoke these words whenever Tatya left the Chavadi after the procession and went home. Such was the love between Baba and Tatya. I had to mention the most important reason for Baba to instruct Tatya to sleep at his home. Tatya didn't have a child, and Baijama pleaded Baba to bless Tatya with a child. Immediately, Baba raised a question to her. Do you want Santati, that is descendants, or Sampati, means wealth? Baba is always well versed in using alliteration in his conversations. Baijama pleaded for Santati, and accordingly, Tatya's family was graced with children. But the grace was showered in a very peculiar way, because Tatya never beseeched Baba for a male progeny or for a child. Devotees, we need to heed to another miracle to expound the unfathomable Leela of Sai. This is about Chandrabai Borkar. Baba has professed that this blessed devotee has been in connection with Sai Baba for the past 70 births. Baba considered Chandrabai as his own sister, and she had utmost faith and deep devotion towards her loving God Sai Baba. She was in her early 50s during the year 1918. She didn't have children and had already entered menopause. She didn't plead for progeny to Baba. Instead, she beseeched Baba thus: Baba, please grant a child to Tatya. Baba was greatly moved and liked this attitude of Mrs. Chandrabai, as she did not plead or pray for herself. Instead, she requested a blessing for others. The most compassionate mother, Sai's heart melted and granted a boon to both at the same time. Let us now listen to understand how Baba executed this unfathomable miracle. Though at times Baba's words might sound like shower of abuses, but indeed they are blessings. Those who were closely associated with Baba will observe to every pronouncement of Baba as Brahma Likitam. It means whatever is professed by Baba is considered as the words of Lord Brahma, that is the Creator. Yes, whatever was professed by Baba did happen in the future. Not even a word was falsified. If a word is decreed by Baba, then undoubtedly that will happen. This is what Baba declared to Mrs. Chandrabai. Whenever you get a baby, Tatya will also get one. Now you both get lost from here. When Baba spoke thus, Mrs. Chandrabai couldn't get the purport of this declaration. As she was already crossed 50 years, she never thought she could bear a child. In the above declaration, Baba rebuked thus: both of you get lost from here. Here, when Baba said both of you, he might have not meant Mrs. Chandrabai and Tatya Kote Patil, but he was reproaching the bad karmas and the sins that are obstructing progeny to his two beloved devotees. Sai's grace can make the impossible possible. Devotees, please listen to this carefully. Baba professed the above blessing while he was on his mortal coil. But After Baba's Mahasamadhi, a strange coincidence took place. Yes, both Mrs. Chandrabai and Tatya Kote Patil were immensely blessed. And lo, both the families had a child in the same month and same year. They had a son, and Tatya's son was named as Ramachandra. It is indispensable to listen to the challenges endured by Miss Chandrabai and how that turned out to be a blessing in disguise for her. All the family members of Mrs. Chandrabai and doctors declared that conception at that age with such a health was out of question. Please imagine this situation. A lady who had crossed 50 years declared that she has conceived. She was taken to the doctor for diagnosis. As her menses had already stopped, the doctor mentioned that there is no chance of her getting pregnant, and after examining that it could be an internal tumor such as a fibroid in the uterus, and proposed to remove it by surgery. But Mrs. Chandrabai had unwavering faith on Baba, and she was assured that her loving devotion towards Sai Baba will give a powerful and positive response to her. She had immense faith on Baba's words and was stern in her decision. She told the doctor that Sai Baba had professed that I will bear a child, and his words cannot go untrue. So I am certain that I am pregnant. Coincidentally, nay, incidentally, her steadfast faith on Baba multiplied, as during the same time Tatya's wife was also pregnant. Devotees now recall the assurance of Baba. Baba declared that whenever you get a baby, Tatya will also get at the same time. Hence, Mrs. Chandrabai was rest assured. She was certain if Tatya's wife is pregnant, then she must be pregnant too. Baba's grace and her faith did get her a child. But throughout her pregnancy, she was loaded with suggestions and advices that would weaken her faith. On one side, the doctors were warning that if the tumor will grow, it would be fatal. Hence, advised her to remove it by operation. Whereas Chandrabai Borkar neglected the words of the doctor and protested, I am pregnant. Baba had assured me I will have a baby. In fact, she was declared mad. But by the divine grace of our all-pervasive, omniscient and omnipotent Sai Baba, she did give birth to a very beautiful boy baby. Though Baba tested her faith, he showered his abundant grace upon her and brought her unfaltering faith into the limelight of the devotees and blessed her with a beautiful male child. Her residence is at Mumbai and has constructed a temple for Sai Baba. Devotees visiting Mumbai can have darshan of this temple. It is a blessing to have darshan of this temple, as Chandrabai Borkar had constructed and worshipped the Baba installed in this temple. Aspiring souls can please make note of the temple address. Hemat Panji has described a beautiful Leela related to Kushal Chand and how Baba went to Rehata to meet him, his loving concern upon this family, Kushal Chand's great liking for Baba, and other details will be discoursed in the next episode. Bow to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Om Sairam.